watching the Bitboy saga unfold is painful. Some of those things are really extraordinarily emotional for me to watch. Now, first was when watching Bitboy's wife talk about all the stuff that happened and the raw emotion when she's talking about it. That was extremely touching. Then next, when Bitboy said that the HitNetwork squad took away his child's YouTube channel, something that I never expected that they would do to each other since they were friends. But today we got an interview from the CEO of HitNetwork, and he starts to explain exactly why they did what they did and what it means. And I must say, it does not look like things are going to end up well for Bitboy. Now, I've been a big Bitboy supporter. I know that Bitboy started building this stuff himself. He built this channel. In fact, what TJ himself says is that he met Bitboy when Bitboy had 20,000 subscribers. So Bitboy had already done the heavy lifting. And I think they started working together when Bitboy had 50,000 subscribers. He did all the heavy lifting. Now, when AJ or TJ came in, he obviously helped scale the business, helped create processes to make it more professional. But it's still painful to see someone lose this business. Now, I do expect him to lose a lot, because when I was watching this, one of the surprising things was how big Bitboy Crypto is, how many properties they own as a company. And the sad thing is that all of the stuff, Bitboy might lose it. I'm going to explain exactly why I think so.
You guys, I believe, Ben says there's no buyout. I think I've heard there was a buyout. What could you say what that was originally?
Now, this is the key part that exposes just how at risk Ben is of losing everything. Now, when I say everything, I mean everything, because they clearly have a large portfolio of properties. They have a big business. Now, they're saying that they want to buy him out, and he says there's no offer to buy him out. But the key is in the details. Let's listen to more of what TJ has to say.
The buyout is we're getting a valuation done, and he's getting completely bought out for the full value of the valuation, and
a certain amount per year though, or was there something like that or no?
Yeah, it's paid out over 5 years. Basically, the valuation has to be done. So there's an appraisal process that's happening right now, and he's been trying to fight this the whole way through. So he's not.
The valuation has to be done, and Bitboy will be paid in full, the full worth of his 67% of his shares. Right? Now that sounds like a good deal, right? What's wrong with paying him the full price of his shares, of the 67% of the company that he owns? Now the thing is this, right, with companies. First of all, with companies, a lot of times we hear stories that companies don't pay any tax. That's because companies can decide not to make profit. So in the same way, when companies decide that they're going to spend more than what they earn and take debt in order to reinvest more, to grow the company, and that reduces their tax bill. Companies can also have a lower valuations at certain times, despite the fact it has a long-term great vision for the future. And what do I mean by that? Okay, Bitboy, the Bitboy channel, they've lost their biggest star, which is Ben Armstrong. They've lost their biggest advertisers, which I think stake was brought by Ben and his girlfriend. I don't know if they're still together or side chick. I don't know the right term. Right? That contract brought in $1 million a month. That's gone. So the valuation of the company is going to be extraordinarily low, despite the fact that this company has got huge properties, and it's a company that seems to be doing well financially. It also has massive liabilities. So the valuation is going to be skewed a great deal. Now, that's not the only piece, right? There's another key piece also that might mean that Ben is going to be wrecked hardcore. Let's listen to this clip.
Ben will say, I've heard him say that he owns 67% of the company. So he's entitled to an equity draw of 67% of the assets. If he wants to do something with it, it's his company. He
is entitled to a 67% owner's draw, and he's taken well more than 67% of his owner's draw. Like,
this is what lets me know that they don't intend to pay him anything. Because if they say that he's taken more than 67% of his share, that means that they most likely were going to say that, okay, look, first of all, you've taken more than what you were supposed to, so he's already taken a payout already. Second of all, the valuation of the company is lower because they've lost sponsors, they've lost their biggest star, they've lost their biggest income generators. So the valuation of the company is very low. So in this case, you might have a situation where he gets away with very, very little amount of money. And now they say that he doesn't want this process to continue. Of course he doesn't. He wants to prolong this as long as possible because he's better off holding shares of the company than being, it's almost, think of it as this, right? In crypto, selling the bottom. Now, in this case, he's being liquidated from the company. So he's being forced to sell the bottom of the company that he started. So for that reason, I think it's extraordinarily sad. Ben made big mistakes, really big mistakes. Now, I've heard him say whenever he needed something, the company just got it for him. That should never have worked that way. He was supposed to get a salary, even a very, very high salary. Because if you get a salary, it does not affect your shares in the company. If he had his high salary, he wouldn't need the company to buy him stuff. Now he's going to pay the price for all the times when he said, I need this to buy this for my family, I need to do this and take company funds. He's going to pay the price for that. Instead, he should have negotiated a very high salary and separate what he earns from the company from his stake in the company. But all in all, he's going to have to pay that hefty price. Now, having said that, right, I still think that what they're doing, trying to take away his company, is probably not the best thing to do. But, I mean, just before I started making this video, he was live at one of the guys having all these legal battles with at his house, live streaming there. So he's clearly, some of the behavior does not seem conducive and for a workplace environment, and it doesn't seem like a good boss type of a deal. Now, I've been a big Ben supporter, but the fact when I saw that he's at the guy's house, now it was okay when he went to Sam Bankman-Fried's house. Now, the people that he's got all these problems with the Lamborghini with might be bad people. He claims they're threatening him, right? All that stuff might be true, but when you start going to their houses, that doesn't seem good. So at the end of this, he's probably going to end up with very little or nothing. Now, his new channel is doing extraordinarily well, but I must say it's not really looking that good. I mean, look, like we've all heard before, right? Crypto does have one way of really harming some of the heroes that we have, right? A lot of heroes have gone away. And I was hoping Bitboy would make it, but I don't know if he will make it past the cycle. I hope he does. Right? Anyway, guys, those are my thoughts in all of this. Let me know what you think about this drama. This drama has had so many twists and turns, and now it seems a lot more serious than I'd ever anticipated. It seems like the way it's turning is really astounding. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Obviously, entertainment purposes only, and I'll see you again next time.